You all right?
Ooh, what a slap. That's Emmy Award-winning actress Julianna Margulies in The Good Wife. Now, she's no stranger to TV dramas. Margulies first made a name for herself in the 90s in the hit show ER, where she played Nurse Carol Hathaway. That part earned her her first Emmy. Now she's taking on a new role of Laura Peterson on The Morning Show. Peterson is a veteran journalist who rebuilt her career after it was derailed decades earlier because she was gay. Take a look.
I kept my private life to myself because I had to. It was 1997 and it was painful. And it sucked. But I slowly, quietly tried to live a life that was more truthful. Not with the world, but with my inner circle. But people talk. They're fascinated by who's gay and who's not for some reason. Next thing I know, YDA's handing me my walking papers.
They fired you?
Of course they did. Why would I have quit that job at that point in my career? I mean, it wasn't explicit. They didn't literally hand me a pink slip. But when you're not wanted, people find a way of letting you know.
Word so true. Julianna Margulies joins us right now. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us. Now, you've said that you like to relate to every character that you play. How do you relate to Laura?
Oh, well, it could be my age now, maybe, but you know, you get to a place in your life, and I think the same thing happened with Laura, where you go, this is who I am. Take it or leave it. I'm not interested in pretending. I have no skeletons in my closet. I'm not hiding. I'm telling the truth, and if you don't like it, I guess then you're not in my orbit.
Is it weird for you to be sitting here on this set you play an anchor and correspondent on a morning show. Now you're here on a morning show. We have your graphics package on the wall. Like, do you even know where you are right now?
No, it's a little surreal. It's surreal also because the last time I was on a set that actually looks quite like this was the morning show set, and that was in April. It's weird, except honestly, I couldn't do what you do. It's early, every day.
We couldn't do what you do. Let's be clear about that.
At least you don't have to memorize your lines, right? You get to read them.
You said recently that you've been stopped on the street by people who love the morning show. Why do you think they're connecting to this character in particular?
It's so bizarre. You know, I did The Good Wife for 7 years, 22 episodes a year.
Wow.
And I would walk in and out of places, and people would only recognize me if they heard my voice. And then they'd turn around and say, oh, you're the... But now I walk my dog at night with a mask and a baseball hat on, and I have people saying, oh, I love you on the morning show. And I'm like, wow. I guess there's something about, maybe it is, you'd have to ask them, I don't know, but I think there's something about Laura where the way they wrote her, honestly, I think whoever had played this role, I got lucky enough to do it, but they wrote her so openly and honestly, it's refreshing. Yeah. And it's sort of, I think, something, at least I aspire to be more like her in just living your truth, right? So maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
You've talked about preparing for roles and wanting to know the history. Who did you speak to, or what guidance did you get to prepare for this news anchor woman who's accomplished so much?
And please include a CBS person.
Yes, that would be nice. That'd be a nice plug. But who was your inspiration? Who did you...
Well, you know, first of all, I got the role in the middle of the lockdown. So it was November of 2020. And there weren't a lot of places I could go or research I could do outside of my own home. But I happen to, I know this is going to sound, I'm not meaning to name drop at all, but I happen to know Diane Sawyer a little bit. I know Katie Couric, I know George Stephanopoulos. Through the years, Gayle King is a good friend of mine, and she's not here today. So I have been able to sort of get a taste of what journalists go through and what they do, and I tried to emulate Laura on sort of a mix of all of them, because she is UBA's star of night. She has her nighttime show, but she also is a woman who did field work, and she's also a woman who got fired for being gay. So she had to start from scratch. You know, she was on a morning show, got fired, and started from scratch, and came back because she was a great journalist, not because it had anything to do with her sexuality.
Now, speaking of her sexuality, you said you didn't hesitate to play a gay character. And that has sparked conversation in the LGBTQ plus community, saying, well, actors and actresses in that community can better portray a character like her. What is your response to that?
Well, I can understand that. My response also would be we're all making assumptions as to who I am and what my past is and what all of our pasts are. I understand 100% that I can't play a different race.
Right.
But I am an actress, and I am supposed to embody another character. Whatever their sexuality is doesn't matter to me. The same way watching a gay person play a straight person. Are you telling me that because I'm a mother, I can never play a woman who's never had a child? Or, you know, if you've never been married, that you can't play a married woman? I mean, you have to be careful on, on where you're drawing the line there. We're actors.
Right.
We're supposed to embody a character regardless of their sexuality. When it comes to race and gender, that's a whole different story.
Right.
Yeah.
And I 100% agree with that.
Right.
So that's my stance on it.
Well said. And I look
said.
forward to watching the rest of the season of the morning show.
Thank you.
Julianna Margulies, thank you so much for joining us.